Assalamualaikum and greetings to our beloved instructor, Coach Norizal Hassan. My name is Nur Farahin Ewifa binti Muhammad Faritafi and my student ID number is 21001197. I am the leader of this group 7. So in this video, we are going to present about suitable training program to face the Sukip tournament. So as you can see, all of our members have separated our tasks evenly for all members to make sure everyone have their own roles in their assignment.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Adriana Nafisa and my ID number is 21000712. I'm going to introduce several trainings that apply in the game of netball. To make it through each quarter and the entire game, a netball player needs a high level of aerobic fitness. Interval training, speed training, circuit training, and drills can help a netball player improve both cardiovascular fitness and game-specific skills. Interval training is a type of training exercise that involves a series of high-intensity workouts interspersed with rest or relief periods. The high-intensity periods are typically or at close to an aerobic exercise, while the recovery periods involve activity of lower intensity. Next, I'm going to talk about speed training. Speed training, the purpose of speed training is to increase the ability to move quickly across the ground or move limbs rapidly to grab or throw. Workouts are usually set with time intervals that are followed to the second. This training increases your functional core strength, dynamic flexibility, control, and balance. All of these different functions work together and make athlete overall more athletic. Next, I'm going to talk about circuit training. Circuit training is a form of body conditioning that involve endurance training, resistance trainings, high-intensity aerobics, and exercise performed in a circuit similar to high-intensity interval training. It targets strength building and muscular endurance. It is a high volume but low resistance weight worked out with 2 to 3 minutes rest intervals involving cardio, and is focused on improving muscle tone and definition while also improving cardiovascular fitness. Last but not least, drill training. Drill training is a netball attacking drills aimed to develop passing options from a center pass. Players attempt to get the ball in a very suitable position to close to the edge of semicircle in order to fit the shooter.
Hi and Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Farahin Ewifa binti Muhammad Faritafi and I'm taking Foundation in Business Management, which is my student ID number is 21001197. I'm the leader of Group 7 and my assigned task is training criteria. There are 3 training criteria and it's gameplay, fitness component, and passes played. So for the gameplay, players cannot be holding the ball more than 3 seconds. Their opponents must be at least 3 feet away. And also, players need to be able to quickly and accurately estimate 3 seconds or they risk being penalized. So for the fitness component, players have to be strong or physically fit. Not just that, players also need to be generally tall or above average height. Players also need to be quick and agile. Flexibility, reaction time, skill and technique is also the list of fitness components. And the last one is passes played. There are 5 types of passes: chest pass, shoulder pass, a hip pass, bounce pass, and overhead pass.
I'm Atira Hanis with student ID 21001624. So the effective training suggestions are plyometry training. It is a training of explosive and strength which described as power. It uses variety of exercises to maximize fitness component. Plyometry training is necessary for jumping high, sprinting fast, dodging to get free, or to change direction quickly to make an interception. One of the training is jumping over a row of loop hurdles and using resistance during jumping or sprinting exercise. The next one is shuttle circuits. It is designed to work players hard. Players working on their cardiovascular endurance and plyometric strength to increase muscle oxidative capacity, which is really good to keep enough oxygen flowing to the muscles. It consists of several different stations which players will work their way around. Each station can include either a sport-specific movement or a fitness exercise. One of the exercises is heel flicks. Kick players' heels up to their bum and move at 60% pace. The last one is core stability. Core stability is the strength of the supporting muscles of the lumbar region during dynamic movements. It is used in balancing and jumping, especially whilst under pressure from the defense or opposition. It can also help with the shooters who stood on one foot. Players can do pilates or yoga, exercise on wobble boards, and lunge with a twist holding a medicine ball to get a better core stability.
Hi, my name is Vikashni Ravichandran, and I'll be talking about the 5 basic exercise drills for netball. First one, we have the jump squats. The jump squats, you should hold the position briefly, then jump in a vertical, quick and explosive motion. Repeat the drill at least 10 times depending on your level of fitness and strength. On the second one, we have tuck jumps. Tuck jumps, we should spread your legs slightly apart, then spring forward, then bring both knees towards the chest, then land in the same position that you started with. Repeat the drill. The third one, we have split jumps. Split jumps, you must put one leg in front of the other as if you're doing lunges, and then jump upwards and move the legs in the scissors motion, then land in the same position that you began with. The fourth one, we have lateral hops. Keep both legs together and jump sideways over obstacles ranging in height from one to another one and in half feet. Repeat the drill with alternating heights depending on your ability. The fifth one, we have double leg hops. We must keep our legs together and jump forward as long as possible. Now, in this slide, we have 4 important muscle groups that must be stretched before and after the game. We have the calf muscle, hamstring muscle, hip flexor stretch, and upper body stretch. So in the calf stretch, stand 2 feet away from the wall. Place both hands against the wall and 1 foot back, making sure both toes are facing forward, and then press the heel down. Stretching the calf is very important especially in netball because you're doing a lot of jumping and running in netball. On hamstring stretch, from a standing position, face the heel forward and then sit into the hamstring stretch. Keep your back straight. On the third one, we have hip flexor stretch. Put 1 foot forward as if you would do a lunge. And then when you should feel some strain on the hip flexor area, is also an indication that the exercise is effective. And the last one, we have the upper body stretch. So while standing, put your both arms forward in that position, crisscross the arms, and then push back your elbows so the stretching of the back muscles are known.
Hello, my name is Rashulnya. My student ID is 21000907 and I am in Foundation in Computer Science. Today I will go more information regarding power training and single leg training with an emphasis on netball. Power training. What is power training? Power training is our ability to conquer a barrier in the least amount of time. For example, a goalkeeper jump on the body to intercept the ball in the circle. This is the fantastic example of force on the court. The lower body strength of the goalkeeper allows them to transfer force from the ground in a vertical manner upwards towards the ball while fighting their own body weight and gravity. What is the impact of power training? Netball is a high-speed sport because of the fast pace on the game. We are continuously putting our muscles through explosive attempts to sprint, change direction, dip, and even throw balls. Power training should be included in our netball training to assist prepare our body from frequent hammering. This is why not only prevent our body from damage, but will also help us improve our game. Any sort of volumetric exercise, for example, bonding, sprinting, or even high knees, can help improve our muscular power. Next, I'll be talking about single leg strength training. What is single leg strength training? Prior to netball training, single leg strength training has the ability to boost muscular activation in important parts of body, allowing you to land, change direction, and even dip more successfully. What is the impact of single leg training? When we look at a game, we observe that netball players are continuously required to dip, land, sprint, and change direction. If we take a closer look at the most common injuries, we can see that they frequently occur in the ankle and knee, owing to bad landing. This is why single leg training is essential. Players must have a strong foundation in order to repeat this motion without problems or injury. Improving our single leg training can assist to duplicate the force placed on our ankle and knees during the game, allowing us to enter a high level of play. When we do single leg training, it forces our muscles to cooperate in order to maintain balance and finish each action by strengthening our legs. For example, hamstring, quadriceps, glutes, and gastrocnemics. By this, we can reduce the pressure on our joints during a game and therefore avoid damage.
First, ice cream training. This is a very simple relay practice with the emphasis on the player running in catching the ball and landing on one foot and then the next. The players are required to say ice with first foot touching the floor and cream when the second foot reach the ground. Impact, the player will be more alert and avoid the stepping. Next, training in pool. The players are divided into two groups. The player will be given the ball and need to pass it among their group member in pool. The other group need to get the ball and continue passing with their group members. The impact from this training is it will increase cardiovascular endurance and make them more fit.
My name is Husna and I am a Foundation of Civil Engineering student with the ID number 210000170. As a result, it is evident that a proper training regimen is critical in order to compete in a SUKIM event. This training program covers the training parameters that players must meet in order to become world-class athletes, as well as effective bodily conditioning before competing in a competition. Players will also be subjected to training requirements such as KIMS, in which they must be able to estimate 3-second fast and accurately or risk being punished severely. Furthermore, one of the most significant characteristics is fitness, which include being strong and physically fit, being tall or above average in height, having good ability and technique, and mastering passes like chess passes. It is critical to train these qualities in order to generate competent players who can master a variety of games. Aside from that, athletes will be exposed to effective training methods that are relevant to their body's health. Shelter circuit, also known as shelter run, fartlek walks, and core stability are examples of effective training that are highly recommended. Players will be nimble, fast, powerful, and efficient while playing as a result of this excellent training. This training also allows athletes to become used to a variety of situations. As a conclusion, it is evident that training regimens are critical for all players in the sports, including netball.
My name is Jing Han with student ID 210017772, student in Foundation in Chemical Engineering, September 2021. I was assigned to do the poster, and in the poster the content will be the training criteria, effective training, comparison, and also more info about suitable netball training program.